happening in the local area, Mount Pleasant and Leaside, Davisville and Leaside. I'll consider those two pockets together. The first chart that I'm sharing with you is the house price index chart for the area. The index chart is basically trying to track movements of price over time. It's not exactly applicable to a specific property, and a lot of times when you look at it from a micro level, it's not accurate. You have to look at it from a macro level. But overall, we could say that we had a reduction year over year for index prices in the area. For Mount Pleasant, we were at $2.1 million for benchmark prices versus $2.2 million last year. And for Leaside, we were at almost $2.4 million versus $2.6 million last year. But again, this is not exactly applicable to a specific property or specific street. Each property, each street is different, but this is an overall way of tracking price movement. Next slide is showing you the number of listings that we had in the area. In this pocket between Davisville and Leaside, we had 79 listings becoming available in the market in June of 2024. Compare that to last year, we only had 29 listings available. So we had more participation from sellers this year. And then on the left side, I'm showing you the numbers for the month of May, so you get a month over month perspective. We had 79 listings becoming available in the area for the month of May, comparing that to 57 listings. And then the next question would be, okay, how did that correspond with a number of transactions, like buyers participating in the market? So this slide is showing you the number of transactions. We had 37 transactions this year for the month of June in the area versus 18 last year. And I also pay attention to the ratio between the two. Okay, sales to listings ratio, the higher the ratio, the harder the market. We also need to consider the norm for a given month. So this month, for the month of June, we had a 47% sales to listings ratio. So if I compare that, for example, to last year, we had a 62% sales to listings ratio for the area. That is an indication to me that there are more options becoming available if you're a buyer. And if you're a seller, you are competing with more sellers comparing to last year, at least in June. If I look at the numbers for the month of May, for example, just so we have a year over year perspective too, we were at 51% sales to listings ratio, comparing to 60% sales to listings ratio. There is a higher level of participation from sellers in the area as opposed to buyers, and that is corresponding to that sales to listings ratio. But that's not necessarily to say that we are in a buyer's market. In my opinion, there's still shortage of inventory, but that will be evident when we look at the months of inventory. So I calculate that, and that's basically based on the performance of the past 90 days. How many months would it take for the current level of inventory to be purchased? And if you're looking at freehold properties above $2.5 million in the area between Davisville and Leaside, we are at almost 11 months of inventory. That to me is buyer's market territory. There's an abundance of options to choose from if you're looking at the market in that segment. But then if you're looking at the market for freehold properties under $2.5 million, we're at 1.1 months of inventory. That is extreme shortage of supply. That is very strong seller's market. So it's really a different story depending on what type of a property and what type of a price range we're looking at. And then for detached properties overall, we are at 6.5 months of an inventory in the area. So to me, price point is important, and that you're looking at two different markets, in my opinion, based on the price point. That's it for my update for the area. I'll include a link to all the transactions for the past month, all the active properties. And if you had any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Take care.